What is going on, everyone? And we are here for from the beginning week 9 recap, and it is probably a week to forget, to be honest with you guys. Summit Point Raceway this week. We only had enough time to run one race on the Thursday morning. We've had quite a bit of stuff going on this week, just preparing for next year, getting some more stuff together for you guys for content in the future as well. So just sort of working through a lot of stuff and just, ran out of time, unfortunately. And then the race itself was pretty disappointing, to be honest with you. So we qualified, we were in the top split, and we qualified around that 6th or 7th position. So sort of midfield, and just we didn't not have pace, but we didn't have pace either. We sort of just struggled a little bit this week, to be honest with you. And then it just bit us. There was a little bit of contact from a car behind that sort of spun us in front of a couple of cars, and we got bounced off into the shadow realm. So it's an unfortunate event. It happens. Lost a decent chunk of iRating as well for the week, so we'll just write this week off. We dropped quite a few spots in the championship as well, so so it's just sort of all compacted and compressed this week. So we'll rebounce and we'll be back for another video next week, hopefully with a bit better of positive upbeat attitude about it. So thank you to everyone, and we'll just give you a quick recap of the race. Alright guys, so this is the start of the race. Had a really decent start actually. Look, about everybody around us had quite a good start as well, so I wasn't too concerned about this. Heading down into turn 1, but being sort of mid-pack, there is always a little bit of concern of what's going to happen around you as well. So I sort of try and stay on the race line. I brake a little bit earlier than I probably normally would, but I just wanted to be safe and make sure I made it through turn 1. The car in front of me went deep, and then there was a bit of a check-up, but I managed to get through it clean enough. But the problem was, because I didn't go back a gear quick enough and get back on the throttle, the guy that had the issue ended up staying right by my side as we came down into the next corner. So I had to brake a little bit early, turn in, try and carry more speed and do like the over-under on him. Unfortunately, it didn't quite work, because as we got down here, I sort of was a little bit too cautious and I braked a little bit early. And then as we brake, I had another car fire up the inside, so I had to open the steering to make sure I didn't get absolutely KO'd off the track. So that was the first part of the race. Alright, so we've just jumped forward to this is the lap before the incident. So as you can see, the two in front are fighting quite hard. The 9 makes a nice little dive like he did on me. It was very clean. The 5 car came back at him, or the 2 car, sorry, came back at him. Didn't work, and I slowed momentum coming out of this corner, so I had to leave the steering open because there was a car on my outside through here. I thought I'd do the right thing and give him room, and then he gave me a little tap there and he ran me wide, so I didn't have anywhere to go, which obviously I lost a heap of momentum coming up here. So this bit really was the bottleneck what started the incident. So came through here, braked early, turned in, got on the curb early and tried to cut the under. Worked beautifully. I got a perfect run out of here. I was able to stay on the inside here. The 7 comes across to cover me. I saw him do it, so I went to the middle, had a little lift just to make sure I didn't knock into him as we went past. I broke deeper than him, got the run in, cleared him as we entered the corner. Problem was I tried to pick the throttle up too early. This is where the problem started. So as we came through here, the 7 got past, and then on my outside now, there is another car that just decides to tap me. And it was like, when I went back and looked at it, it wasn't that bad, but obviously this is where I disappeared back to the pit lane. So frustrating way to end the race. Well, guys, that's race 1 done for the week, and unfortunately, it was not a fun race for us. So we didn't qualify fantastic. Obviously, top split, so we're back in that top split, and we were car 6, so it was much later race than we normally run. Didn't qualify great. I think we were 8th to start. And we were car 6, so sort of in that middle pack, and then the carnage just sort of untuned. Somebody tapped me in the left rear of the car and spun me off into the shadow realm, and that's the only thing I probably don't like about Summit Point, is if you go too far off the track, you just disappear to the pit lane. So, and it wasn't even like a very aggressive tap, but it was enough, obviously, to fire me back and, ruin my race completely. So it happens. we lost 66 I rating. We finished second. We had pretty good pace. I mean, the leader was on another level. He did a 20.6, so like next level compared to everybody else. But when I look at the pace, I probably had the pace to be around maybe fifth or sixth, which would have been all right. So it's what it is. It's part of it. So we'll fire in. Okay, guys, so now we're going to just recap the championship standings from this week. Obviously, there's not going to be any movement for us. We're only able to get one race and it turning to, uh, for better terms, shit pretty quickly in the week, and we've just run out of time. So, unfortunately, we've dropped from the mid 50s to 74th in the world, which is still respectable, but obviously just limiting ourselves with only making one start for the week, it's kind of hurt us quite badly there. And then looking at our rookie division, we are now, yeah, okay, so now we've dropped back to fifth place, so we've actually lost 4 positions. And we're a solid 80 points behind the top couple. So we could probably have a run at a top maybe fourth or third if we get lucky with the breaks the next few weeks. But yeah, we'll just have to wait and see, obviously. So that's a bit of a shame that we've fallen back. But we never know. We could have a couple of really good weeks. Obviously, with our I rating, we've sort of fallen back to that 2,000 flat number. So a little bit frustrated by that as well. But yeah, so unfortunately, guys, it was yeah, not a great week for us at Summit Point. So hopefully we can bounce back next week for week 10.